from the UT2K3 days. Almost like a giant cylinder, it feels like. You're gonna have 100 armor vest that we just peeked at, kind of across the map from the damage amplifier. And then very, very far bottom center of the map, you're gonna have the shield belt room, and that's gonna be very out of the way. So you can get there from all over the place, but you're never really gonna wanna hang out there very long. So very, very interested to see how these teams line themselves up, how they position themselves. Because you really have to make a concerted effort if you wanna control that belt to get there ahead of time. You have to get there with multiple people. And once you do get it, you then have to get back out. Otherwise, you're just gonna give up control of the rest of the map. So kind of a unique map in that sense. Key control area will be the sniper rifle, which is actually what we're looking at right now. So we'll keep an eye on that, but right now players are ready, and here comes your countdown. And here we go, 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5, we are ready to go with the second matchup of the day. UTPL Season 2 Week 4. Quick kill there with the Bernie Plasma. A little bit spicy. Oh, but Rocket's right up top. So these two teams answering back and forth in the opening moments. Of course, you will have that 100 armor vest as the first pickup. See them fighting for position up top. Jump boots, of course, on this map, gonna make that amp much easier to grab, and of course the positioning. And we just got all kinds of spam back and forth. First 100 armor did go to Zion. We'll jump on board with him. Probably going to be positioning himself to either take control of that sniper area or maybe just push them out of shield belt area. Belt will be spawning in 10 seconds. This is about the time people need to get in position. We'll back up a bit. You can see BRD on blue all over that room. You can see their entire team headed down to grab that belt. Matt grabs the 100 armor across the way. Oh, and Matt kills himself, and that'll actually give BRD the lead now. They are pushing forward with that belt. You can see Zion trying to control that top area. That is your sniper area. That's where all of those, the vials are on the left and right side. You've also got, of course, the damage amp spawning right below it. So such a key area to control. Speaking of amp, we do have Killing running around with this one. Goes down to a shot from behind. We just saw Tamer in action in the duels. We know his aim is on point. Flick switch now. We just saw him as well. So these folks are warmed up for BRD. Couldn't quite manage to pull any points out of the SAS matchup. So now looking to try to salvage that with some points against Absolute. Absolute for their own case, trying to move up the rankings. Oh, and Absolute taking control right back of this map and the lead. Oh, Flick answers with a headshot, though. So, opening moments, you can see power-ups pretty even, belt going back and forth. A little bit more time with the amp for BRD. Absolute actually outputting a ton more damage. Look at that, 800 damage lead so far, but only a 2-frag lead. And there's another headshot there by Flick switch. So 2 headshots in the opening moments by Flick. But still a 3-frag lead for Absolute. And it looks like Absolute settling into controlling that vest. And that's going to be problematic. BRD's going to have to figure out a way to break that. And you can see right now these teams almost lined up left and right sides of the map. They're kind of meeting in the middle to fight. That mini-map in the top right is so interesting to see. How teams kind of on a macro level end up organizing together. Oh, sniper shot. Takes out Sir, dropping that amp. Who's going to pick it up? Sir might get his own amp back. He does, but then he goes down off the spawn. Tamerlane now with an amp link gun, trying to clean house. 3 quick kills right off the bat. That amp link gun just annihilates people off the spawn. See him chasing down Tron right now, and Tron with nothing to do. Oh, the mid-air goose shot, though, by Tron. Answers right back with a snot rocket. Puts him down, and that amp run is over, but not before BRD gained a little bit of ground there. Belt will be spawning in 10 seconds. We'll head down and see if BRD continues dropping 4 people down onto it. It's a big commitment for 1 power-up. But you can see if you get enough people in position ahead of time, it's actually a fairly defensible position. You see it spawn, actually relatively uncontested. We'll go on board with Spixie to see what he does with it. Only a pistol in his possession. Oh, luckily for him, I think his teammate might have dropped him a sniper rifle there. So U damage gets picked up by Flick Switch across the map. He's got that sniper rifle. His teammate dropped him. Only 100 HP though, no armor. Oh, had two players lined up and just threaded the needle. That's actually a very difficult shot to miss, but Flick Switch, with his experience and skills, showed that he can make it happen. There are the rocket shots to take Tron out though. And we do have this belt spawning soon, and once again, BRD all over it. This time it's going to go to Zion. But we're not even really seeing much of a challenge of these shield belts from Absolute at this point. And that could be a problem, because that can add up. Every time a player gets a belt, that basically doubles their health, or essentially doubles the amount of damage you have to do to take them out. And we saw Zion with the 100 armor, Spixie with 150. Matt now doing a pretty decent job of fighting over the 100 armor on the opposite side. We've seen him running around with it a couple times. Actually, now's a good time to look at the scoreboard. Let's check out the numbers. So 3-2, actually Absolute. Okay, so they've swooped in and grabbed a couple of belts. 5-5 on the 100 armor, so pretty even control there. Amp, though, all over BRD. And I'm very curious to find out now when Absolute is sneaking in and grabbing these belts, because we've seen BRD get out in front of them a lot and gets them completely untouched, but Absolute, of course, with a 5 frag lead, so definitely making it work. Tamerlane with another amp, and this could be their opportunity to close this gap. There's one kill on Killing, looking for people off the spawn. Matt's got him at a distance, but sir, oh, he does 100 damage to his teammate with the rocket. You gotta be careful there. Luckily for him, it's only 50% friendly fire, so 100 damage rocket times 50 times 2 is gonna give you 100 damage rocket, but still a huge friendly fire bomb right there. However, BRD pulls within 2 now. Another amp run down and another opportunity to eat away at that lead. Tron fighting back with that link gun right into the face, but look at that, BRD taking the lead. We've got 10 seconds till this belt spawns, and looks like BRD out in front again of this belt. Killing trying to give some chase, but only enforcers in their hands. And this is a situation where, yeah, it looks like Absolute does the smart thing, backs off and tries to actually just get some weapons in their possession. And that's the counter. If a team puts out all of their resources, they put all their players in that belt room there, you pretty much just have to, at some points, concede it and just scoop everything up around the map and basically say, if you're going to get that shield belt, you're going to trade everything else on the map out for it. Matt there with a couple snipes in a row. We see him in position for this amp. Oh, he had timing on it and just missed the jump. What's going to happen now? Killing is in position, so luckily Killing looked like he had jump boots, able to scoop that one up. No sniper rifle for him, but we've seen how effective that amp link can be on this map when you get in people's faces. He's gonna back up, look for some easy damage. And the movement here by Killing is actually really nice. So he's been preserving himself. He's been in very tricky spots there a couple of times. Instead, 3 quick kills. Really intelligent use of his movement there by Killing to stay alive and keep using that amp and not accidentally drop it. Some people would get over aggressive and dive right in the enemy's face. You go down in half a second, you give that amp right back, and those kills don't really mean anything because it can answer right back and negate them. But Killing there, staying alive, getting those kills, and up by 10 off the backs of that amp run. Absolute answering right back. That was the first significant amp run for Absolute. If they can chain some more of those together, they can really run away with this one, I think. BRD's been doing a great job. They've been getting to these shield belts ahead of time. They've been pretty much drawing even on the 100 armors. You can see Spixie running around with the 150 right now off that belt. But they've been dominating that amp, and that's what's been keeping them in the game. And indeed, they actually had a lead for a little bit there before that last amp got picked up by Absolute. So So if BRD can contain Absolute and keep them in this 100 vest room, basically make that the front line, keep control of that amp, that could be absolutely key here. But right as I say that, oh, Killing picks it up again, but he goes down. Amp's on the ground. Looks like Flickswitch is going to have it in his hands. And this is the moment they need, and Sir deletes him with that combo from below. Tamerlane grabs that damage amp now mid-air, snipe to snipe. They trade out. He has a stinger and says he's going to keep the sniper. Gets 2 kills off the bat. Has a chance for more, and Killing, unfortunately for him, he had that flat cannon out. Takes him right back down and answers right back with 2 more kills of his own. So Killing finally goes down there, but a nice job stealing that amp back and getting a couple more kills to negate those earlier ones from BRD. And up to a 15 frag lead. We got about 5 minutes to go in this one. And Absolute in good position here to put some points on the board. So about 10 seconds till this shield belt spawns, and BRD still maintaining good timing on this belt. They're all over it. Their whole team is collapsing in on it. You do wonder, though, if they're overcommitting. We've seen them down there for the belt, and many times as they're grabbing that belt, Absolute is scooping up sniper rifle. They're scooping up 100 armor vest, you know, shock rifle, just whatever other key weapons and pickups they can on the map. You wonder if BRD maybe wants to put fewer people on that particular power-up, given how little Absolute's actually been able to contest it. Take a quick look at the scoreboard. You can see that amp time starting to even out. The belt is actually much more one-sided for BRD. With these amp runs, it's allowed Absolute to really break this one open. Ooh, Killing almost with a devastating combo. There it is with the patience. Another nice amp run too, and again, it must be pointed out, not just an amp run where he got a couple kills, but able to maintain that amp the whole time. So not just diving in, getting kills and coughing it up. A little bit of self-preservation there. BRD swarming all over this sniper rifle room. Killing's gonna dive right into them. He has 150 armor still, so doesn't have to worry about any link guns taking him down, at least not very quickly. Take a quick look at this scoreboard here where we're seeing these snipes coming down, and pretty significant damage lead here again by Absolute that they've opened up. So Zion here with an amp sniper rifle in his hand is going to be very dangerous. We've seen him go on some tears in the past. But running low on time, 2.5 minutes and a 15 frag lead. Gonna need to hit some shots here. Oh, and Matt see Matt holding that 100 armor on the other side of the map, allowed him to take that shot, then grab that belt and then the amp on top of it. And that's what I mean, like, so many of the smaller pickups in the map can really add up in situations like that. Oh, Matt with the gravity kill. So Matt discovers gravity, down to a 13 frag lead, and BRD is fighting their way back into this one. They're getting a little bit of a sense of urgency. Plenty of time. The double kill with the primary can go for the third. Oh, Killing stands in there and takes him down with the link, but still a 13 frag lead. Belt's gonna spawn any second. Take a quick look at the scoreboard while we're waiting on that. Yeah, you can see the 100 armor vest still back and forth. Amp time still slightly in BRD's favor. And they're going to need to grab that next one for sure if they want a chance of coming back. So this key amp right here is up and waiting. Who can grab it? Tamerlane's got it in his hands, and the sniper rifle takes out Sir. Still 14 frag deficit to make up. They need to find people right now. Oh, the close range sniper going to be very difficult to make connect. Spixie finishes off Sir with that flat cannon. Down to a 12 frag lead, but just going to run out of time here, I think. And for that matter, Absolute answering right back and shutting down that comeback bid. Ooh, killing with the double kill with the headshot, finishing off strong to seal the deal, and Absolute gonna hang on to take map 1 and get the first points on the board for themselves in this match day. All right, counting this one down. Absolute keeping their distance towards the end, but BRD had some moments where they looked like they could fight back into this one. And BRD, I gotta say, all day long, I feel like they've been 2 steps away from earning some more points in these rankings in the UTPL scoreboard. But unfortunately for them, going up against SAS and going up against Absolute so far has just eluded them. That said, they will be playing map 2 on the European hub, so map 2 will be Absolute's map pick. Curious to find out what it will be, but I'm sure we'll be changing hubs over to London here. So bear with us as we change servers. So yeah, North American hub there. Absolute taking BRD's map pick on Spacer. We're gonna head over probably to London. We'll go ahead and jump in here and anticipate this server jumping up here shortly. Ooh, Nitro gonna be the map pick. Okay. So interesting move. We've seen a lot of teams picking Nitro so far this season. Again, brand new map to this season. Certainly not a new map to the series.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
It's the wrong game, y'all. It's the Duke. Why do we got the Duke in this game? I feel like we need Malcolm or somebody to come in here and drop some voice lines. Looks like they're the admin gonna flex, kick some people out. So it looks like we got everyone in the server. Bear with me while I alt-tab just a bit. Alright, should be ready to go here. Alright, players are ready. Here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here. Bringing you map 2 of this second matchup of the day. We just saw Absolute hanging on to map 1. This is going to be their map choice, although they are, again, on the European hub. You can see the ping difference. BRD going to have a bit of an advantage there. Second time seeing Nitro today, though. Early shots back and forth. Absolute with an early lead. We already saw a couple of different teams. We saw, well, actually, as to say, we saw BRD playing against SAS on this map. We saw how SAS lined up and kind of positioned themselves. We're curious to see how Absolute compares to BRD. Once again, this is an interesting map in that we have two major power-ups, the Kega Health and the Damage Amp, both spawning at the same time. You're gonna see Shield Belt up here spawning soon. BRD in position. Tamerlane's jumping up there. Tron giving chase, but no one really with any major weapons. Tamerlane actually takes heavy damage. Down to 6 HP. But unable to finish him off before he grabs it. 50 armor also goes to BRD. So the first part of map 1, we saw Absolute struggling to get a little bit of a rhythm. They were winning the fragging game, but they weren't really controlling the power-ups all that well. Once they were able to turn around and control those power-ups, they had a much better time trying to extend their lead, and really kind of ran away with it in the end. So far, we're seeing something similar this game. BRD is all over these power-ups early on. Absolute answering right back with their fragging ability, but we'll see if they can turn that back around again and take back control of these power-ups, or BRD can hang on to them. They almost staged a comeback in that last map. They can maintain control of these power-ups. They may not have to, because right now, 3 frag lead, and they are controlling this map. Nice job there by Spixia, like dropping those flash balls up top, not really getting a kill, but turning them away. Basically area denial while his teammate grabbed that belt. Flick Switch has that extra armor. We're gonna follow him around. Killing on the other side looks pretty stacked. He may have grabbed that keg earlier, and the vest on top of that. We saw in earlier matches that vest area is so key for just maintaining control of the map, giving your teammates a place to fall back to. Amp spawns right around the corner here. It's going to be up in 5 seconds. Flick Switch with that Stinger finisher, but he's probably not going to want to grab that Amp with 42 HP. He's going to try to get a teammate around the corner. You see Tron trying to snipe people down range. Just begging people, just basically spamming that. And meanwhile, Killing sneaks around the backside, grabs that Amp, and steals it right from under the nose of BRD. So a pretty good counter there by Tron and Killing. Tron just throwing down Sniper to try to keep them away from Amp. Killing sneaking up behind with rockets. That was some nice teamwork there to take right back control of the map. And there you go, 2 quick snipes. He's got a chance for a third. Amp sniper rifle just chilling up top on that ledge is going to be very, very dangerous. And an early killing spree here by Killing. Wresting back control of this map on the backs of that Amp run. Some rockets coming out downrange. Flick Switch now being pushed out of this shield belt room. Belt doesn't spawn for another 15 seconds. See, shot after shot coming out by Killing. But we'll back up to this belt. We'll see if they leave it to him. Looks like nobody else really challenging it. Tron giving him some cover. Dusik giving him some cover from around the corner. He's Killing in good position now to perhaps make another run. Amp's not going to spawn for another 25 seconds. But with BRD back in the lead, he needs to find some targets. And that is the downside. Whenever you put a couple people up there by Amp, that basically means that your teammates are fighting 4-on-2 on the rest of the map. And that can be a tricky spot. You have to make sure you're able to make the most value out of that time. Tron now with an Amp. He goes down. Oh, but it drops right into Killing's hands. Not super healthy, but able to get away with it. And the keg is up. Oh, with the drop down headshot. Not able to keep Spixie off the Amp, or off the keg though, so he's gonna be running away. Has the Amp in his hands to try to defend him, and another Amp sniper shot. Gonna put him down and negate that pickup. Killing missing some key shots there, but still able to basically draw even with that Amp run, despite losing that keg. Zion with the shield belt grab on the other side. We'll go on board with him. No real weapons on his side, but you can see Spixie there to give him some cover and probably drop him a weapon. There we go. Oh, you see him in mid, just finding spawners. Oh, but killing from behind takes him out. We've seen some really nice flanking so far from Absolute. Looks like they're getting some comfort level with each other, getting some good calls on this map. Because we're seeing people engage in one-on-one battles and then someone else coming around the corner to finish things off from the side. And that is really the key to getting to that next level in team deathmatches. You don't really want to fight 1v1. You want to make everything a 2v1 battle, 3v2, etc. So Keg spawns in about 15 seconds. Amps up any moment. You do have BRD waiting on it. He's extremely low on health, so Spixie grabs it with 14 HP. You can kind of dictate the combat. When you're up top like that, you can use those ledges as cover, but no more sniper ammo, rather. So he'll be heading around up top. Sniper's up. Now he's going to have an opportunity to do some damage from across the map in a relatively safe location. And there is the flank, taking Sir out with that sniper, and BRD up to a 7 frag lead, make it 6. Not even halfway through this one, though. All right, so flurry of back and forth action over there. We're gonna have about 8 seconds till this Spixie on a killing spree there, so he does not care about a caster's curse. We're gonna head over to this belt though. BRD looks like they're in position for it. You got Tamerlane up top. Dusic's not gonna be in position to knock him off. So Tamer flick switch up top. They do have 20 seconds till this amp spawns. They may just be in position for that. I don't know if they have timing on it. They're checking it. Still 8 seconds to go, and it looks like he might just hide in there with a crouching box snipe. Still 2 seconds to go, and that is what I was talking about before, though. Quite a bit of downtime here as he's just waiting. And there it goes. Oh, Rocket's coming in and pushing him away just a little bit late, though. Close range sniper, though. Tamerlane taking him down. We've seen what Tamerlane can do with the sniper rifle earlier in the day. Give him an amp, and he's even more dangerous. Tamerlane now dominating the backs of that amp sniper rifle, and another shot close range. Not going to dive into that stinger. Probably a smart move. Oh, and Tron baits him back out and ends that killing spree. So Tron with the trickeration, hiding back and doubling back and taking him out. Ooh, just missing with the back-to-back shots. We did see Spixie grabbing that health keg, so I think that may be the first really clean grab of the keg. Usually people don't get out of there completely unscathed. And now with the 150 armor on top of it, Spixie absolutely stacked right now. He's a tank. This might be a situation where they roll him around in position for that amp, even though it's a little bit ahead of time. If they can get him an amp sniper rifle with this much health and armor, he could really be in a good position to put this one away. Up by 14 with the last 5 minutes coming. Instead, he gets knocked down, though. Nice defense there with the rockets, so that idea going away. We do have the amp spawning any second. We're going to join them inside the crate. The shiny crate. It's really the shiniest crate I've ever seen, if you think about it. Anyway, amp is up. Tamerlane in position. Tron still hanging out up top, so Tamerlane's going to have to fight him off a little bit. Actually, no, Dusic sneaks in and grabs it. So nice job there, scaring away Tamerlane. They still get the kill on him anyway. And still only a 14 frag lead, so plenty of time left if Absolute can make something happen. Oh, nice fall away sniper. And another one coming around the corner. And another Dusic on a roll right now. Cutting it to a 7 frag lead. Look how quickly that lead disappeared. And with 5 minutes to go, there is plenty of time now. Absolute has put themselves in excellent position to come back and win this. That said, BRD still with the lead, up by 7. Take a look at the scoreboard to compare power-ups. So pretty even on amp times now after that run. That was absolutely huge. Still 7-2 belts. 8 and 8 to 10, so pretty much even on the vests. So it looks actually very similar to what we saw on the first map. Oh, the nice rocket to snipe combo by Dusik. Can he get the finishing shot? Can't. He's got to be careful. Down by 6 himself. Now down to a 5 frag lead as Absolute is just on a tear around the map. Eating into this lead back to single digits and now just a handful. Momentum is entirely in their favor. See Dusik here running around just getting sniper shots left and right. That's going to allow his teammates to finish off those opponents very, very easily. There it is, a 3 frag lead. A couple more Enforcer shots will turn into a 2 frag lead. He's got to dodge that goo. He goes down. So nice job double teaming him with the Enforcers. Meanwhile, Flick Switch across the map, grab that amp, trying to extend this lead right back out. Keg is up as well. Oh, this could be a dangerous spot for Absolute. They can get a big amp run here. But right now, Absolute is actually controlling the map high ground. So Flick Switch now, if he wants to get in and get shots on people, he's going to have to go up this lift and potentially eat some rockets. Does get a kill on Sir. Oh, and one on Flick Switch, but he goes down in the process. Belt was up. Looks like there's a little bit of a fighting over it. Zion taking Tron out. Still people from both sides in position. Sir waiting for the goose shot. Zion's going to grab it and be out. Going to pick up some help, and he has teammates there. So still a 3 frag lead. BRD hanging on to this one. They've kind of slowed down Absolute. This next amp in 30 seconds is going to be huge. We've actually seen both teams go on really nice amp runs. It's gotten us here to this 2.1 point deficit. Everyone on Absolute is weak except Dusik, though. Look at that 1 HP for Sir, 9 for killing. The headshot from Dusik, fighting over this belt area, but we really have the amp spawning soon. We'll back up and see. You got the kills there, and Absolute storming back, taking the lead. This amp now spawning is going to be critical for either team. It's up. They see it up from the rocket. Tamerlane gets the kill. Does he turn around? He doesn't see it up. Tamerlane doesn't notice the amp. There it is. Thought he was going to run away from it for a second there, but he has it in his hands. He might even think about dropping this for a teammate. He's got Flick Switch around the corner. Oh, never mind. Turns around and gets the kill on Tron himself. Looking to snipe down towards that vest. Gets another one around the corner and another. Tamerlane on a killing spree now. Coming right back into this one and taking the lead. Oh, and Tamerlane goes down, but Flick was right behind him with armor. And this could be a big chance now for them. There's another shot across the map. Just hanging on to this lead. They got the triple team on Dusik. He goes down. Back up to a 2-point deficit for Absolute as they try to regroup around that vest. They will have one more amp to try to control, but at this point, it's so close, they don't even necessarily need to focus on that. Look at that armor. 3 players on Absolute with armor. That's going to be huge for these next 30 seconds or so, building in to finish this map. See 1 rocket from killing coming out. Give you a quick glance at the scoreboard before we close this one off. 5k damage already for killing, a huge game for him. And there's the go-ahead kill. 100 armor vest gets stolen by Flick Switch right under their nose. And the belt gets grabbed by Zion and Spixie with the keg, so that huge health and armor advantage that Absolute had just dissipated there. So you got 100 armor, health keg, and amp all spawning in less than 10 seconds. This amp's gonna be huge. Let's head over to it. Looks like Absolute not in position yet. Tamerlane and Zion trying to keep Dusik away from it and grab it for themselves. They're gonna have it, so this could be the game right here. Dual Enforcer amp run. 44 damage a shot. He does 88 damage right there. Gonna be facing down Sir up close. Link versus dual amped Enforcers. He's got 3 players in front of him. There's the double kill. There's the multi-kill. And there's the lead. BRD up by 3 with 20 seconds to go. And there's a killing spree for Tamerlane. 2 huge amp runs in a row, pushing his team right back into the lead. Tamerlane with the hard carry at the end of this one, but only a 3 frag difference. Flick Switch has the amp in his hands. Killing running around mid. He's having a huge game so far, but it looks like they're gonna run out of time. And BRD with the comeback, finally grabbing their first points of the day. I mean, you can see the scoreboard there. Killing dropping a huge 5k damage. I mean, actually pretty big damage advantage for Absolute there, but you see that amp, just especially those last 2 amp runs, Tamerlane going absolutely nuts. You saw the dual enforcer multi-kill, just so critical, and that's, that's one of those coin tosses. Whenever an enemy takes an amp and it's in a critical situation, you either want to gang up on them and try to blast them down, or you have to avoid. Sometimes amp avoidance is just as effective as killing them. And in that case, Absolute had 3 people in front of them. They just got snuck up on, and those dual amped enforcers melted all 3 of them, gave them the lead they needed to hold on. But another close one. We've had a lot of really, really close matches today. So Absolute and BRD now splitting it up, 1 point each in the 4v4. We're going to have the 2v2 portion here starting soon. That one was on London. I'm not sure if we're going to start on London or New York for the 2v2s, so we'll just hang out for a second. I'm going to drink some hot tea, and we'll wait for that server to pop up. I've been talking about it. I've been said that dual amped enforcers are some of the scariest things to run up against in the game, especially in close range like that. That was an absolutely ideal situation to have those out. Enforcers are kind of inconsistent when you get into medium and especially long range. But up close with 2 of them, you can just hold down the button. That cone of fire is going to be negated. And with that amp, you're doing 44 damage every single shot. It just blasts people. I'm not sure what the actual theoretical DPS is. I'm not the data mining type. I'm sure someone has a spreadsheet somewhere, but that is just such a scary sight. So you see those purple pistols aiming at you. So we've seen a few different servers in play today. I'm gonna keep an eye out. Looks like they're not gonna be on Phoenix. I don't see anything new on London yet. Could be New York that they go to first. Hey, we got some North American players up and awake and playing games. already some weirdos playing Blitz on custom maps. You never know what's going to happen there. My presumption would be they're not going to be playing on a German server. I would guess they're going to split between New York and London again. I mean, while we've got a lull here, I guess, a good time to mention again, UTProLeague.com will be your website. Raise Your Edge Gaming going to be the sponsor for this league. And of course, they have their own sponsors, as you can see. And definitely follow all of the social media that Raise Your Edge Gaming has. That's where all the UTPL information will be coming about. And of course, hang out in Discord. We've already had some talk of, things like maps and rule changes or spawns or whatever. I mean, that's where all that conversation takes place. Epic season will be wrapping up next weekend, but we still have a lot of Challenger League left. We had 9 teams, actually 10 teams at the beginning of the season. Still a lot of matches left to play for Challenger Leagues. Keep an eye out for those. But yeah, if season 3 gets put on the books, there will be a lot of discussion over things like maps and mods and whatever kind of adjustments people want to make, rule adjustments and things, and that is where you have that conversation. So that's what you really want to do, is hang out in the Discord, follow the social media, and really just give eyeballs. That's the best thing you can really do if you're trying to get more, more sponsorship into this game, more opportunities for folks to play video games every weekend. Get more eyeballs on it. So let's peek through the servers real quick. I don't see one up yet for them. They're not playing on any weird hubs or anything. Oh, looks like New York City did just pop up, and there we go. Looks like it's going to be Cannon yet again. We'll see what the lineup ends up being.
It's time to kick ass and chew
So
bubble
Spixie
gum.
and Zion
I'm all out of
versus
gum.
Killing and Dusik. Going to be in New York. That means this was BRD's map pick. Of course, we've seen both these players, really all four of these players, very, very capable hit scanners in these open areas. So it may come down to those close range fights over power-ups. All right, players are ready. Here is your countdown. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here. Getting 2v2 kicked off between these two teams. We just saw a nail-biter, super close game on Nitro to finish off the 4v4 portion for these two. BRD able to come away with it with a comeback victory. And now absolutely trying to answer right back. We are on Cannon. Of course, the defining feature of this map going to be that cannon in the middle of the map. We'll see if anyone gets launched off the map and into the drink. We saw some people fall off the map in the last matchup we had earlier today versus BRD and SAS. Actually came up huge in what was a very, very close game. He actually had SAS come back in overtime against BRD and just barely take it. Oh, nice rocket by Killing, getting bumped into the air and still keeping his aim in order. That's actually pretty difficult to do, to track enemy players when you're being bounced around like that. See everyone getting in position. We're going to take a look at this amp. We have the 100 best spawning about the same time. They may be looking to grab that first and then circle around. But again, if any players are on that cannon, and it gets bounced off the map, but I think he's got jump boots. He may be able to make his way back, and there you go. And that is absolutely critical. If you can keep those jump boots in your possession, even if you get launched off the map like that. Oh, but he misses the jump, so Killing now underneath the map. And Spixie gets the grab of the amp with that misstep, so Killing able to save himself, but not able to swing back around and grab amp. That could be critical if BRD can make something happen with it. Gonna have to hit a shot, and there it is, pulling back within one. And a big shot on Killing to turn him away. Oh, and the smart move by Spixie, going after the spawner rather than the stack player, but does get the kill. So Killing goes down. Spixie going back within one yet again. Still anyone's game, obviously. Oh, the anti-combo by Spixie. Killing Dusik with his own ball. So now both teams kind of jockeying for position here. They're trying to push each other away. You've got Shield Belt over here spawning in 5 seconds. Zion's in position. Killing's going to try to make a bid for it. Coming up top with the Stinger. Knows he's weak. Jumps around the corner, and Zion having to bail out. Killing now. Look real quick. He's been dominating, or excuse me, Absolute rather, has been dominating that Shield Belt so far. And that could be critical. If BRD can't get these power-ups under control, that's really what's been giving them the ability to come back in their games, is by coordinating well, pushing them off power-ups. Ooh, and one big shot from across the map. That might have been a headshot. Spixie taking him out with the rocket. Amp is up, so what you're going to see then, ooh, is players try to shoot that cannon themselves to trigger it. Then you have a little bit of a cooldown period. Then they want to grab that amp and jump right off, as Killing did right there. You already saw him get blasted off the map once. Luckily for him, he had those jump boosts in order to save himself, but gets knocked off that time into the gullet of the beast in the water, and there it is. Killing able to save himself the last time. That time just got pushed off the good old-fashioned way with the shock primary, and we were tied right back up. See the shock trap there. Back and forth, trying to dodge those shock balls. So difficult whenever they're just placing them on every side of you. But Absolute up by 2 now. We're rolling into the 1/3 mark of this match. 5 minutes in. Ooh, Killing going... Or excuse me, Spixie going down to Killing, sniping it from across the map. It's such a wide open map. I'm gonna say both these teams very adept at hit scan, aiming from across the map, and there's gonna be so many opportunities to shoot at people from across the map if you have shock or sniper. Amp up in 5, belt up in 2. Spixie's not in position. Actually, BRD won't really be able to challenge that belt. You see Killing at it across the map, grabbing it. Spixie's on top of the amp. Are they baiting him? They're not going for it. BRD split up a little bit. Dusic's on top of the amp. He goes down. They're not ready to shoot him off, and Dusic, a dangerous grab, but just jumps right onto amp. Oh, and Spixie makes him pay. Nice patient shot with that flak. Anytime you're getting knocked back onto that cannon, it's scary moments. Got that flak up close around that 100 armor. Everyone escapes. Oh, and misses the easy shot on Dusic, and Dusic makes him pay with that flak. A couple more seconds of amp time for him. Might be able to pull out another kill. Actually, a nice job of avoidance there, so nothing really happening with that amp run. Just kind of got passed back and forth. But big flat kills here. Going back and forth by both teams. Both Absolute players with less than 15 HP, though. And there's the follow-up kill by Zion on Killing. Ooh, and right as belt spawns another one, and look at that, just like that, BRD has a huge armor stack, and this could be their chance to try to tie this one back up. Ooh, and that flag ball just barely missed, but Zion with the heads-up play, following it up with that primary, so he missed that ball, but still got a little bit more damage off of it. And BRD back within 2. And again, controlling these armors. This is what they need to do if they need to win. This is how they've been able to, or excuse me, if they want to win, this is how they've been able to stay in these games, is by controlling the power-ups. Maybe shooting a lower percentage, maybe not out-damaging the opponent, but able to tactically take the advantage. And you see that there. Zion activating the cannon so that Spixie could jump in and grab that amp while it was activated in that safe cooldown period. Smart play, good teamwork, and that's going to allow them to tie it right back up as we approach this halfway point. Oh, and Zion gets knocked off the map by Killing, and then Killing kills himself in the process, so a bizarre exchange there. And we end up tied up, and then Spixie runs over some residual goo on the ground, so a bit of a Benny Hill moment there, about 5 seconds of just goofiness. I mean, all of that stuff happens from time to time, but all in a row. And meanwhile, Absolute gets a goo kill on Zion and takes the lead back by 2. See Absolute controlling that vest again. That could be a problem for BRD. That's really what was helping them stay in this one. Take a quick look at that scoreboard. I mean, you look at the damage. It's pretty significant damage advantage for Absolute. With the vests, and if they can keep, or if they can get control of that shield belt, BRD, I think that's what they could really utilize if they want to try to come back. But as it is, Killing on a tear, running around the map. He has all that extra armor, not afraid of tanking some damage. Dusic still has 150 armor on his side as well. Amp's gonna spawn now. Killing doesn't want to go for it. He doesn't want to get shot off the map again. He goes down. Amp is up. Who's gonna be fighting over it? Zion's up on top of it. He's on top. He's gonna trigger it, grab it. Doesn't get shot off the map at only 8 HP, so he's gonna have to dive down in the water, and you are so vulnerable anytime you're swimming. So a smart play there by Zion. He grabs Amp. Oh, had a perfect combo lined up. Couldn't quite finish it. Dusic flying around the map just to avoid his shots. So not much happening on this Amp run. Zion grabbed it with 8 HP, I think, right? So didn't want to be too aggressive. Probably a smart move just not to cough it up. It's too close of a game to take that kind of risk. Throwing combos up on Killing. Killing with a nice job dodging. In position for that belt and times it perfectly. Gets the sniper shut off as well. So Killing there with a great move, but only 15 HP, so he's got to be careful here. He doesn't have much health to back up that armor. If they get a big shot on him, he could go down. And there it is, Zion with the flak to tie it right back up. We have played almost 10 minutes of this one. These teams are dead even. And now BRD with that headshot, able to take the lead right back. Killing, grabbing those boots, that could be critical because it lets you grab that amp even quicker. And more to the point, get out of harm's way. Oh, but he kills himself with rockets. That's going to be a -1 and a 4-point lead. I think this is the biggest lead of the game for BRD. An opportunity here for an amp run that could be huge. Spixie grabs it, gets away clean, takes some damage. Oh, goes down. So both BRD players going down. Big turnaround there. Oh, and Zion answers right back. I say big turnaround there by Absolute taking out both BRD players, and BRD answers right back. But Spixie's so low in health, not going to get a whole lot of damage out with that amp unless he can turn a corner and find somebody peeking. So not a whole lot happening with that amp run. We've actually seen a couple empty amp runs on this map, so good job by both teams of avoidance whenever the other team has it. Ooh, that coup shot just whizzing by. Nice rockets by Spixie to get that long-range damage. Zion finishes him off. They're going to share that belt. Now Zion with 148 armor. Was actually kind of surprised to see him grab that, but maybe they want to stack him up and get him ready to go for an amp run, or maybe just to defend this belt. Killing's up there. Killing's been out in front of these shield belts really consistently throughout this map, and that's given them a great opportunity to take them and really just kind of secure them, because this is one of the few defensible rooms in the map. You can actually lock the other team out of it if you get there ahead of time. Zion and Dusik now both with heavy armor. Amp's going to be up in 2 seconds. We'll see if anyone gets in position for it. We're going to head over there now as Dusik chasing after Spixie around that armor. Spixie grabs the vest. Lots of armored players around the map. You see the 2v1 in the corner. Killing and Dusik just chasing down Spixie. Now they go down. Spixie goes down. Not before answering back and maintaining a 4-frag lead. Dusik going after that amp. He's got to be careful. He gets launched off the map. And you're going to see him now going for a swim and into the mouth of the monster yet again, and back to a 5-frag lead. We do have 100 armor spawning any second. See Spixie backing up. So heads up move by Spixie, keeping control and timing in his mind. We do have 10 seconds till the belt spawns, and you see Killing and Dusik again in control of that area. Basically just zoning them out of the map. Ooh, but Killing gets a little bit aggressive. That's going to give up jump boots, which is going to be a little bit late to the party. So Dusik with another belt. We'll follow him. So we still have quite a bit of time until any major power-up spawns again. BRD hanging on to a 2-frag lead with 2.5 minutes to go. And look at that damage advantage for Absolute, and BRD still maintaining a lead. Mostly by controlling the amp and the vest, actually. So belts have been largely Dusik and Killing's. Clinging to a 1-frag lead, and we are at the 2-minute mark. Anything can happen here. Big combos lined up across the way. Can't make it connect. Killing jumping in their face, trying to track them down. Zion goes down. That's going to give Absolute a 1-frag lead. Killing also grabs the vest, and that was probably just as important there. That was the one power-up BRD had been able to count on. Here they are tracking people down, 2v1ing them, stuck in a corner. This is a dangerous spot. BRD needs to maintain some form of control. Killing here with the 150 armor and a chance to put this one away with Amp right below him. Doesn't want to get launched off the map again, and it happens again. Killing, though, has jump boots, so he doesn't get the Amp, but he is able to save himself. And the mid-air shot from across the map and the double kill. And Dusik this time able to grab that Amp and just avoids being shot off the map, and with almost down to a minute to go, this could be their chance. All they have to do is stay alive here, up by 6. And BRD running low on time. And there you go, up to a 7 frag lead, able to take that amp right back, and that is critical with less than a minute to go. Anything can happen on this map, but time gonna be running low, killing as he has been the entire map out in front of that shield belt. Gonna give him such a big boost to just trying to stay alive. Looking for a weapon at this point, but remember, they don't need kills at this point. They just need to survive. Zion's gonna be on the hunt with that sniper rifle, but that flat cannon gonna chase him away, and Absolute doing a great job of making themselves scarce at the end of this one. So another back and forth game between these two. And this time, Absolute gonna come out on top, but map 2 is gonna be coming up next on the London hub, so stick around. So it looks like they're figuring out the map. It's either going to be solo or deck. Okay. Interesting. So Killing and Dusik then picking solo, it looks like. I thought Absolute would have gone deck, but I also wasn't sure who was going to be playing. If Dusik's jumping in, then yeah, solo, that makes a little bit more sense. We are up and running, and we should be getting started here any second now.
Time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Sorry, I was taking a sip of my tea there, keeping the vocal cords all ready to go. I'm here to kick ass and drink tea, and I'm all out of ass. Kazan, I think it was because they just made a quick edit to this one to simply block off the doors, so the doors do not function. Or I suppose they don't close, really, right? In any case, players are ready. Here's a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here with map 2 between these two, Killing with their early kill. We just saw another back and forth. I feel like these two teams have just been close every match. BRD, I feel like every match today, they've had a chance. Even the one-on-ones had their chances. So far, only able to put 1 point on the board this play day. Map 2, though, gonna be on the London hub. You can see the ping difference gonna be a little bit more in their favor this time. Oh, Spixie with that quick snipe will follow him as he's got that 100 armor and a 50 on Zion, so a big opportunity early on to try to take a quick lead, get out in front. And back and forth into just trading kills early on. Killing does get away with that 100, and Dusik running around with that shield belt, so Absolute answers right back on the power-up control front, or at least armor control. We do have this amp spawning now. Let's head over that direction and get a view of it from the outside. Oh, big headshot from Spixie coming out on Dusik. Zion then with the flak. Kill on killing. That should secure them an amp. Looks like we're going to have Zion grabbing it. Only 55 HP. And there you go, throwing him a sniper rifle. I was wondering if he was going to get a weapon. Oh, defending himself nicely. That rocket could have eaten him alive. Instead, he backs up. Then the turnaround shot on killing. Zion keeping his composure very well for having low health, and rockets flying everywhere. And then Dusik, though, drops him with the goo. And that amp was on the ground. We'll see who can get to it. Killing gets to it first. Now he's got an amp sniper rifle, and that's not going to be good times for BRD trying to take control of this belt. They do manage to take him out, though, so a nice job by BRD of backing up and defending themselves, maintaining that early lead and controlling that belt. Oh, smart move there. After how many goo kills and even just damaging shots we've seen so far today, definitely a smart move to go ahead and shoot that goo ball when you see it. You don't want to get knocked back into it. Zion's still running around with it, looking for the big kill. And it's still flying around the map, chasing people around. You gotta be careful, it will chase you down, and it looks like Dusik took some damage from that one. So belt and amp spawning at the same time. Killing in position for the amp. We'll see if he's going to face a challenge. Doesn't really look like it, as Dusik gave him cover from the outside. Goes straight for that 100 armor vest. Smart timing there by killing, able to get himself some extra armor to go on a bigger run. And look at him baiting the spawners to go grab that 50, just looking for the kill. And then that amp link going to decimate them. However, shield belt did already spawn, so be wary of that. Now they're just going to be rotating around the map. Ooh, killing. Trying to be aggressive there. You saw him forego that health in order to try to get back over to the 100 armor. That could cost him if Zion can get one more key shot. Oh, and dangerous move by killing, diving in there. Does manage to take the armor, but Zion makes him pay. So important that he decided to pass up those health packs to try to get to that armor. I understand the decision, but Zion there was just able to hit that key shot to get the kill. That said, every time, it's almost like watching a duel. Every time BRD gets kills in a fight, they're both so weak, they're on the run, and then Absolute able to chase them down and answer right back. Saw that shield belt pop. Zion's going to have it. He takes a headshot from Dusik, but stays alive. That belt able to protect him just enough. Up to a 3 frag lead now for BRD. You saw the rockets from Killing. Unfortunately, there was a wall there. Killing doesn't care about no wall. He managed to get the kill anyways. Grabs that amp on a run now, trying to erase that deficit. Oh, he had a shot lined up across the map, but he turned away to look at the 100 armor. They did secure it though. And sometimes you can do that. Sometimes with the amp, it's not necessarily just about kills. It can also just be about kind of building map control, because anytime you have amp, you're basically just zoning people out. They pretty much have to run away from you, especially if you've got that sniper rifle out, and sometimes you just shoot people's face off. That also works too. Killing's pretty good at that as well. Gets the kill, going back up by 1, and look at that armor stack on top of it. So Absolute lead and armor. Zion does grab that 100 though. Oh, and a rocket bouncing. Killing, juggling him around like it's Quake. The follow-up combo and maybe a snipe. Ooh, guessed wrong, but Dusik right there for cover. There's a killing spree for Killing. We still have 30 seconds to this amp, so they're going to need to get around to the 100. Yep, there it is. That 100 armor vest should be spawning in 5 seconds. Killing in position. Spixie's going to take a sniper shot. Oh, just a split second too late there. Damaged him right before he grabbed it. Couldn't quite finish him off, though. And there's the headshot to answer right back. We do have belt spawning in 10 seconds, amp spawning in 5. Let's back up to see who's in position. You got Spixie out in front. I don't know if he has the timing on it, because he could back up to it right now and pick it up. Looks like they do now. The Spixie with the amp sniper looking to chase down. Belt is up right now. Dusik grabs that. And a smart move by Spixie to pick up that extra armor. Up close though, facing that Lincoln. It's going to be so dangerous, and nice move by Zion to help out his teammate there. Spixie was down to 3 HP, and the snipe from around the corner takes him out, but Absolute answers right back. Now Killing down to 3 HP with the amp. He's just going to have to run away at this point. 50's up, 100 armor. You still have 5 seconds, so BRD can challenge this if they want to. Oh, Rocket's coming up just a split second late. Killing gets away. And hanging on to that 4 frag lead. We do have belt spawning in 10 seconds. Players are going to make their way around over to it. Actually, no, Killing going to go for some follow-up kills here off the spawn. Has him lined up. Nice use of the weapon combos there. Oh, but Spixie just gets killed off as Dusik snipes it out from right under him, and both players on Absolute now with 100 armor. But look at that, Spixie erasing it, Killing going down in a heap. So nice job by BRD of focusing their fire, despite having a huge health and armor deficit. They are both very weak, however, so Killing gets the follow-up kill. Back up to a 7 frag lead now. We just passed the halfway point. BRD staying alive in this one. But Dusik now with the amp in his hands, and I think that amp is really what BRD is going to have to take extra careful consideration to try to get control of in the second half if they want to come back. Pretty much everyone has grabbed this amp. It's been a relay race at this point. Just ring around the rosy musical chairs and I don't know, whatever other circular child's games you guys can think of. Duck Duck Goose. Maybe that's a better comparison. So Duck Duck Goose with the amp there. Pretty even at the end. Pretty much everyone had a couple shots with it. So 10 seconds till this vest is spawning. And it looks like Dusik, oh, gonna eat some goo, does have the armor to survive it, but has to be careful here, doesn't want to go down. And there's that step back flak ball to protect himself. Meanwhile, Killing scooped up that armor. And up to a 14 frag lead. Absolute in great position to run away with this one a little bit now. They've got complete control of the map. Oh, the headshot by Dusik. And that can be as much demoralizing as anything. The 1 point on the board is important, but sometimes just that emotional effect of getting smacked down with a headshot, even more important. And another headshot by Dusik, on fire right now, Killing with this amp sniper rifle. And the 100 armor, he's been soaking that up a couple of times, going right through amp, picking up 100, making him even more dangerous. And this is going to be a big opportunity for Absolute to pretty much put this one away if they can go on a run instead. They take out both players, so a big turnaround there by BRD. Looking like they were on the ropes. They get a couple key kills there. They go down, but Killing so far unable to go on a big run with that amp to really close things out. So still at 17 frag lead. Firm control here for Absolute, but BRD staying in it. And Zion maybe getting a little bit tilted there. Didn't see what happened. And that's what I mean. Dusik with those headshots before. We'll take a quick look. I don't think... There you go. 55% accuracy, so pretty, pretty good. Anything over 40% is going to be extremely good. So 15 seconds till this amp spawns. Oh, big combo by Killing, and another one on the other side. Amp in his hands with armor, and this could be their opportunity to put this one away. Another big amp run. BRD was able to stay alive on the last one, but at this point, gonna be very difficult to stay alive, as they are about to double them up with 4 minutes to go. And Absolute looking to finish this one off strong. Oh, a direct rocket by Killing smacks down Zion. And a fitting way to close that fight out. Oh, eats one of his own. Another mid-air rocket, this time from BRD, and Killing goes down. Off of that 100 armor. I didn't see who grabbed it. Killing on a rampage now, not giving up. There is the concede. And Absolute hangs on to this one. And you can see just absolute domination by, well, by Absolute of the power-ups. Really, really the difference maker there. BRD was able to hold on and really stay in it on Cannon, but just couldn't get control of the power-ups in this map. All right, so duels coming up next. We were about halfway through the day here. So we're gonna wait for that server to pop up. I'm not sure where they're gonna start. We'll keep an eye out. We got London up. We also had New York as the other potential hub. So I'm gonna take just a quick couple second break here to sip some water. And we will be right back with our duel action shortly. All right, not seeing the hub up yet. I do see Killing and Tamerlane in the hub, so it could be that that's match one. Would certainly be an intriguing one. Okay, looks like Flick Switch's game is up. Some debate maybe on who's gonna play first, either Sir or Killing, but in any case, looks like we will be on NYC Hub and getting started here shortly. Sorry, bear with me. Just doing a slight adjustment here while I alt-tab out for a second. All right, we are in Flick Switch versus Sir. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm not sure why I thought Killing would be playing, because he was playing in the 2v2, and so I remember every player can only play in 2 of the 3 game types. Sir, of course, not playing in the 2v2, so we're gonna jump in here for the duels. We're on the North American hub. That does mean this will be Flick Switch's map choice. All right, here is your countdown. 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here. Duel number 1 between these two teams. TDM was back and forth, just trading maps, trading games, trading leads. Absolute coming out ahead. 2 points on the board so far versus 1 for BRD. We're going to see what BRD can do to answer right back. Big combo to start things off by Flick Switch. Coming out strong, trying to extend this lead. If you can get Sir, who can't seem to ping him down. He's trying to juggle him into the corner with that shot. Neither player could hit. They're just going to back off and maybe try to pick up some other weapons now. But from Flick Switch's perspective, ooh, baiting Sir into that belt. Flick in great position to zone him away from that. Just narrowly misses that rocket, and he's going to have a chance to, there you go, knock him off the 100 armor as well. So great opportunity here for Flick to build a big lead early. Sir, though, not giving up with the chase down to that combo. Primary combo, tons of damage. Erases that armor and takes him out. Pull back within 1. Sir, now you see him trying to track him down. He has that 100 armor behind him. Flick was able to grab the 50, so not super weak. Sir looking for that prediction combo, that flak ball, something to get some free damage so we can chase him down with the kill. And there's the drop down combo. Anticipates him perfectly. Flick Switch tried to be a little unpredictable with dropping down the way he did, and Sir anticipated it perfectly there. Oh, nice rocket by Sir, but the flat primary up top. Flick had him lined up and down to 4 HP. Sir's going to be on the run now, looking for those spawn kills. Doesn't want to get taken out by Enforcer. He still only has 54 HP. It's a smart move to soak up that 50 armor, but got to be careful. He doesn't want to be too vulnerable and give up that lead. See both players just trying to guess the other person's movement, trying to anticipate throughout those combos, get that free kill. Oh, and Sir drops down around, eats a combo down to 6 HP. He's got to be on the run now, but here's the question. He just gave up belt. He has to grab that 100. Now he needs to grab health, and Flick's going to know that. Is Flick going to try to chase him down, or is he going to scoop up the rest of the armor? It looks like he guessed wrong. He thought Sir was going to go for the 50 in the armor. He went back for the other armor. Excuse me, the other health. There's another big combo, this time up on Sir from below. Flick actually combos Sir's ball to clear a path. Can't get the shot that he wants, though. Oh, and the flak ball turns him away. Sir doing a great job of keeping Flick at bay so he can't finish off this fight and try to take the lead right back into a tie. The double jump pad moves by Flick, trying to throw Sir off. Nice combo up top, but Sir knew exactly what was coming. And you saw what Sir did there. He didn't actually take any crazy movements. He really just basically hesitated. And that threw off Flick Switch's timing just enough. Remember, you have to predict those shot combos so far ahead of time. You're talking 2 or 3 seconds. Oh, and Sir chasing him down, getting him down to 1 HP. Flick survives just long enough to grab that belt and the big flak ball up top. Now Sir down to 75. And more Link to follow it up. Both players now pretty even on health. Flick Switch was 1 HP away from death. Instead, grabs that belt, turns Sir away, and now Sir is gonna have to fight his way right back into it. Oh, there's the flak ball to primary follow-up. Can he chase him down with Link? He's got to guess which direction he wants to go. And again, Sir being sneaky. Rather than being super evasive, more just standing still, taking a pause to allow his opponent to get confused. But there he is, finally gets in behind him. Only 41 HP for Flick Switch, but able to tie it back up and just dives past that rocket. Maybe more important than grabbing that shock rifle. That shock rifle is going to be an extremely important weapon for Sir. It's really important for his playstyle. He really likes to set up shot traps and hit people with combos around corners. Flick getting caught up in close range there. Maybe losing his orientation a little bit. So Sir back in the lead on the hunt, trying to extend it. Oh, a big combo there, and that's what I was talking about. Sir with great anticipation. Probably his biggest strength, honestly, and using those shot combos to just wait, listen. Has that internal timer, knows exactly when to expect people to come around corners. And that's why Flick Switch was trying to deny him that weapon a little bit earlier. It's so hard to really commit to denying a given weapon, though. And there's the chase down. Sir there takes some damage, but had so much health and armor. Really not going to turn him away. And a nice fall down combo, and then right on top of that belt. Sir right now on a roll, in a great position to finish this one off strong. Under 4 minutes to go. But Flick Switch still has time, but he's still a bit on the run, as Sir is just relentless with his chase down. Not hitting any crazy big shots, but he's definitely been bullying Flick Switch around. Oh, and Flick Switch missing that combo up on top. That would have been his big opportunity. Probably going to be a bit of a morale killer right there. He knows he had it lined up. Couldn't make it happen, and now Sir on a killing spree with 3 minutes to go. Sir with another kill, finishing things off strong. Still not over yet. He's down to 100 HP, or 108 HP. Picking up that belt is huge. Flick was able to grab the 100 armor, but running low on time. We'll go to Flick Switch's perspective and see what it looks like, but right now Sir just running things. The rocket juggles, and Flick right now looking a little bit frustrated. You can tell by that mouse movement. Maybe trying to gather his composure, maybe just take a breath. The one thing he has going for him this is a best of 3, of course, so even if this feels a little bit out of reach for him, and there's the concession. It is only map 1, and he will be moving to different hub for match 2. You can see a pretty solid ping advantage here for Sir. And map 2, I'm just gonna guess, given Sir's proclivities, that it's gonna be deck. Tends to be a favorite of his, though not his only good map, or not his only favored map by any means. But I wouldn't be surprised to see deck for the first time today. We will be on London though, and that is kind of the downside as well. It's a wide open map, a lot of hit scan capability. Sir is gonna be playing with a higher ping, certainly than he had on that map. Yeah, Twitch chat saying it could be Leah as well, and it looks like it is Leah. So yeah, Leah and Deck I think are probably the two maps I've seen Sir pick the most. Playing on a higher ping, I think probably Leah. I don't know, it's debatable, but certainly Leah, a map that he can definitely take the lead on and then just be evasive. So here we are, next to last duel of the second match of the day. BRD versus Absolute. Sir able to roll on ASDF. This is his map pick now, Leah, though we will be on the home turf of Flick Switch in the London hub. All right, players all ready. And here is your countdown, 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 here with map 2 of this duel. We just saw Sir running all over the map on ASDF. Flick Switch all day has felt like he's just been a couple shots away from taking control of duels and just slightly comes up short. Sir, for his part, was really, really solid on ASDF, looking very sharp right now. Let me get back onto him. And this is one of his favorite maps, so it's going to be a tall order for Flick Switch, but again, we are starting fresh. It's only 1-0. We'll see what Flick can do to try to wrest control back. Sir already holding on to that 100 armor, looking for some extra health vials on top of that. And there's so many pickups in this map. This is one of those maps where you just have to constantly be moving and soaking things up, be it ammo, armor, health vials. There's always something to grab. And then, oh yeah, you also have to worry about your opponent doing the same. Rockets flying around. Sir really favoring that mid-range combo battles kind of combat. Oh, he misses the jump up to belt. I don't think. Oh, and headshot coming from Flick makes him pay, having to take that jump pad up there rather. And that was a huge turnaround right there. Sir was in position, missed a couple of jumps. Thought he was going to get away with it. Instead, Flick decapitates him with that sniper rifle, and now he's in position to zone him away from that 100 armor as well. Sir now going to back up and maybe just try to get a shock rifle. Nope, he's going to run away from those charged rockets. So nothing on the map for Sir right now. He's going to be in a tough spot, just grabbing health and sniper rifle. One more shot will take him out. Flick's going to have to try to guess. Guess is wrong, so Sir gets away for now. But certainly tense moments here with a tie game and down to 1 HP. Anything will kill him. You see him dodging around. Sir so evasive on a map like this where he can just sometimes hesitate and juke and just make you guess wrong. Also uses audio very, very effectively to avoid his opponent. And Flick Switch right now gonna opt to just take control back, but meanwhile look at Sir back up to 76 health and 100 armor from 1 HP. And that right there was a huge turnaround for Sir, able to survive and get away. Oh, big combo down onto Sir now. Misses with the other one. Sir trying to answer back. Really wants that 100 armor, but Flick Switch trying to give chase. Doesn't want to jump into a combo of his own and baits Sir into it. And there we go. Flick Switch with the lead. Been in control for a little while though, so we'll see if he can turn another kill out of it, or Sir answers right back on Flick. Big damage by Sir. Flick Switch gonna be on the run, trying to heal back up. 10 seconds till both armors spawn. You've got the shield belt and the 100 armor. Now the question becomes who goes for which. Sir waiting for that ambush. Flick Switch made him pay from that same spot last time whenever he missed a couple jumps up to that belt. Instead, Flick with the sneaky grab, just sitting there quietly, baiting Sir into a false sense of security, misses that combo, and look at that, ran out of ammo. That was actually a really well-placed shock ball by Flick Switch, but couldn't quite combo it. Ran out of ammo, so unfortunate for him. And there's some rocket juggles coming out, and there is the flak ball finisher. So Flick now on a bit of a roll. And another combo there with the kill. Oh, Rocket's coming out, and Sir with the rocket juggles down to 6 HP, but does get the kill. And he's also, as he's shown earlier, very, very aware of his health and able to get back up. And meanwhile, 2 defensive sniper shots turning Flick Switch away. Flick was ready for the chase down, grabbed the belt, had Enforcer out, knew he could kill him in a couple of shots. Sir with a couple Flick sniper shots. Those were actually really huge shots in a 2-point game like that. Able to defend himself, keep it at 2 points when could have been a 3-pointer, and even more control for Flick. And then a big combo right there. Sir doing everything he can to stay alive in this one. Ooh, Sir with the chase down link, pulling within 1 as we pass the halfway point. 100 armor back in his control, 10 seconds till the belt spawns. You see him throwing rockets around, just trying to anticipate Flick Switch's approach. Guessing wrong so far, but he has basically infinite rocket ammo right now with those spawns right next to him. So, oh, there is the combo, just throwing damage around the map. Eventually catches him with it, finds him off the spawn, looking for that follow-up kill. Just narrowly misses with that rocket, but Sir still has a pretty significant armor advantage. If he can find him going for that 100, he's caught Flick diving into doorways a couple of times already with combos, and that's really Sir's game, so Flick Switch is going to have to adjust to that. Maybe do some of what Sir does, which is to say, hesitating sometimes, not just barreling around the map, occasionally just waiting, throwing off his opponent's timing, maybe setting up an ambush. You saw him doing that right there at the shock rifle. Not a bad idea. Instead, Flick's going to back up and pick up some health files. Actually like that move to try to draw a little bit closer to Sir's armor and health stack, so they're pretty even at this point. Oh, 100 armor spawns. Sir misses his slide, but he's still going to get out in front. Belt actually spawns right now too. Interesting move there for Sir. Basically concedes the shield belt. I'm not sure if that was a timing error or if he maybe thought Flick Switch was going to go the other way. I'm sure he didn't want to give up that armor, and Flick Switch there with a sniper shot. Back and forth, these two just decimating each other's armor and health stacks, and now we're back still pretty even. There's a big combo on Flick Switch. Flick now down to 1 shot. 1 single shot primary will take him out. He's got to be very careful. Answers back with a snipe of his own. Link to Link, and Flick wins it with that sniper shot and then the Link follow-up. So Sir very close to a kill there. Instead goes down, and the lead goes back to Flick. And that 100 armor going to be so huge because now Sir diving right back at him, and they kill each other with rockets, so they're both reset. That probably benefits Flick because he still has the lead. And both armors are going to spawn at the same time. Oh, and the snipe to snipe by Flick. That was a huge clutch shot right there because Sir had that link gun out and was ready to dive right into his face. If Flick Switch misses that last sniper shot, he might go down and it might be a tie game, but able to stand in there, take that shot. And now down to 2.5 minutes to go. Sir's gonna have to start keeping an eye on the clock if he wants to come back in this one. Oh, there is the link now. Flick Switch taking Sir down, taking a 3-frag lead. Every kill so huge at this point as time ticks down. Oh, and there is the combo, and that might have put it away right there. Flick catching Sir, trying to be aggressive, but Sir doesn't normally dive right at folks like these. A little bit more methodical picking his spots, but Flick Switch giving Sir a taste of his own medicine with the prediction combo. And the follow-up there may have put this one away and out of the reach. So that does mean we'll see a map 3 coming up right after this one. So Rocket's going back and forth, down to a minute to go, and Flick Switch on the killing spree. That's definitely going to do it for this one, and there is a concession. So map 3 coming up next. I've got to go take some bread out of the oven, and I'll be back in 30 seconds, but we'll be here as soon as they're ready to go.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum. I'm all out of gum.
All right, the sourdough is resting. And map 3 is solo. Players are in and should be getting started here shortly. So yeah, Twitch chat a little bit split. I think this is actually going to be a really intriguing one. Solo is another map, not unlike Leah, where you can really control the flow of the map if you have good movement. A lot of prediction opportunities here. Both players, I think, are going to be really good on this one. Here is your countdown, 3, 2, 1, and it's game time, baby. Connex 5. We are here with our tiebreaker map between Flick Switch and Sir. We got a good one here between these two. In the second matchup of the day between BRD and Absolute, we got one more best of 3 duel after this one to finish things off between these two. They've each won the other one's map pick. It'll be very intriguing to see what happens here. Shots back and forth to open things up. That opening volley, both players hitting. Oh, and lined up the shot. Flick Switch had the shot he wanted, but risky maneuver. Waiting for it. You see Sir trying to go up top. We'll follow Flick Switch as he's trying to pin him into the corner with rockets. I think he might just be happy to back up and escape that one. Oh, nice move there by Flick. Had the shot lined up. Sir was ready to answer though and couldn't quite hit it. Sir throwing shot combos all over the place. The switch to sniper. I wonder if Sir ran out of ammo. Let's go check. Yep, out of shock ammo. So an intriguing scenario here for Sir. Has the armor advantage, but missing his favorite weapon. Ooh, rockets coming in, combo to answer, and gets knocked off of that 100 armor. Sir now down to 55 HP. Answers with a sniper shot, both players weak. Link gun comes out. Oh, that clutch sniper shot he was looking for. It hit it just a split second too late. If Sir doesn't grab that 100, he goes down, but instead able to stand in there and survive. Nice combo by Flick Switch. Sir down to 10 HP, and this is where it gets crafty. Both players trying to track the other one down. Sir gets behind Flick, but Flick wins the battle and instead misses a combo on the spawn kill, and Flick Switch diving in. Had an angle on the belt, instead went for the spawn kill, missed it, and gave back one, now 2 kills. Oh, Flick Switch has to be kicking himself after that one. Could have had the lead and control of the map. Instead, down 1. He does keep his wits though, so flick switch on that respawn rather than, you know, rather than losing his focus, I guess I'll say. He's able to go back, get some armor, get a sniper rifle. Has hit a couple shots on Sir, so Sir's still looking pretty healthy, but much less than he was. And so now Sir down to 55 HP actually, so flick switch goes down again, but not a bad job breaking down that armor stack of Sir. We'll give him an opportunity to chase him off of this 100 armor if he wants. Pulling out that Stinger and gets the kill back and the 100 armor, so Flick answers back with a clutch kill of his own. And the follow-up spawn kill, direct rocket. So there you go, Flick with a couple early missteps, but then making up for it with some clutch play, pulling even right back into this one. Oh, and flick switch with the back-to-back snipers. Looking confident, Sir. Maybe wanted to peek at that rocket launcher. Instead, gonna take that 50 up top. Or excuse me, take the sniper rifle up top and the 50 down below. You know what he wants to do, and that 100 armor's up, so he may have an opportunity. Sir getting chased down a little bit by Flick. Flick, no, now that he has the lead, he doesn't have to be too aggressive. He can kind of pick his battles. Unfortunately for Sir, he didn't end up with that 50 armor, so he's going to be at a severe disadvantage here. I bet he's circling back around to it now. There it is. Unfortunately for him, flick switch heard him grab it, so he'll have him zoned out, trying to bait him into a shot combo. Diving down with the rockets, pins him to the wall, a nice follow-up rocket, and Sir with nowhere to go. That jump pad would have been a death sentence anyway. And up to a 2-frag lead here for flick switch. Ooh, shock balls to the face. Sir now answering back with a series of shots. Belt goes to Flick, but he is extremely weak. One more shot will do it. Sir pulls back within 1. I think he actually guessed wrong on the spawn there, and flick switch figured he was going to go for that health. Heard him taking that dodge ramp, turns around, smacks him down with the sniper rifle, and back up to a 2-frag lead. We are just about halfway through this map, and already a back and forth exciting one. See these two kind of just pushing each other away. We're past the halfway point. Oh, the turnaround sniper by Flick to defend himself was huge. Sir trying to catch up to him and catch him with a combo around the corner, but Flick right now just holding down the map, running it, and perhaps keeping that shock and shock ammo out of Sir's hands could be as important as anything. Sir doing damage, but that huge health and armor stack by Flick is going to allow him to stand in there and really not be too concerned. And again, the 100 armor goes to Flick. Sir trying to link him down. I mean, he's eating into his armor stack, but you look at the difference. 7 100 armors, 6 50s for Flick versus Sir, and I think that's been a huge reason that he's got a 2-point lead right now. But that said, Sir does get the chase down kill there. Still plenty of time to go on this one. Ooh, misses. You see Flick sliding into that armor, trying to just be as small a target as possible, and Sir missing that shot because of it. Oh, just misses too. Sir had that flak ball exactly where he wanted it. In his face, though, erases that shield belt. Another flak ball. Big shots coming out by Sir, trying to get himself back into this one. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have a finisher weapon, only flak and sniper. Oh, and he stands in there. Risky move, trying to get the finishing blow. Stands in there versus the Stinger, and Flick is back up to 100 health, so there is the spawn kill. And that's one thing Flick has been doing a better job of so far, other than that one little flurry. It's converting map control into kills. There's another kill off of that spawn. Looking for him underneath. You can shoot through that grate. Oh, just barely misses the headshot there. So Flick doing a great job lining up his shots and predicting Sir's movement off these spawns. Less than 3 minutes to go. Sir right now trying to gather himself and figure out how does he break this control. He got in there with the belt up close and personal with the flat. Can he hit this shot? One more shot's gonna do it, and he doesn't land it. Flick switch, and that's probably gonna do it. Flick down to 28 HP. I mean, you take a look at the damage. Sir's actually out-damaged Flick switch, but you look at the armors, and that's been the key. Between healing and armors, Flick has just been constantly healing himself back up. Runs out of shock ammo there, but still gets the kill with the rockets, and Sir gonna go ahead and concede. Flick switch looking very strong in this one. Sir actually played pretty well overall. I mean, you can see out-damaged him. Just couldn't quite get those finishing kills. Made a couple of missteps, and for his part, Flick switch made a couple mistakes early on too and was able to keep his composure and come back, winning 2 maps in a row. So credit to Flick switch for keeping his focus there and not getting tilted. We had some tough games earlier today, but his last game of the day comes through, putting more points on the board for BRD. While we're at it, we'll take a quick look at the brackets here. As again, these are your rankings, not fully updated yet, I don't think. We'll go ahead and refresh the page. But there you are again, BRD pulling a double header today. So up to 12 points. I think that'll be their 13th on the season. Absolute though, pulling a couple points out of this one as well, and one more chance to come away with it. We do have our last duel between these two coming up next. So I'm very curious to see who fights next for these two. There's a few different options. Both teams have pretty diverse rosters. So we're going to keep an eye out on these hubs. It should be mentioned, I do see Soul, Sunnade, Chips, and Olek playing 2v2. So G getting warmed up. There was some talk about their rosters and what would happen today, because I think they lost a couple players. They do have 4 people around in a pub, or in a, I guess a 2v2 match right now, warming up. So at the very least, we're going to see some action from them today. I'm not sure what the ruling or the rosters or what the situation is, but they do seem like they're getting ready to play. So that will be coming up right after this duel. We will have Absolute sticking around for a doubleheader against G. But first, we're going to finish off this one against BDR. Sorry, BRD. BDR is a position at my company. So I work with a lot of BDRs. All right, just looking for this dual hub. I feel like that's what my tombstone is going to say. Whenever I'm buried in the ground, it's going to say, "Here lies Khan. He waited for dual hubs to pop up." It's alright, this gives me an opportunity to drink some more warm tea to keep everything nice and loose for you guys. I don't believe UTPL, and I personally do not have a tea sponsorship, so again, if anyone wants to get some like Razer Gaming tea or something sponsorship, by all means, Let's get it cracking. I will work for free tea. Receipt talk, it does look like they've been updating. So Fragam looks like he's been updating the brackets, or that's to say the rankings rather. Again, UTProLeague.com, that'll have all your match schedules, all of your rankings, things like that. We'll reiterate for anyone who might be joining us. This is the next to last week for the upper division, the Epic division, but the Challenger division is still only about halfway through. Lots more matches coming in every Saturday for those. Keep an eye out for those schedules. A lot of those players will be streaming themselves. A lot of kind of up and coming casters as well will be casting those on their own channels, so keep an eye out for those. Largely played on Saturdays, although sometimes they do make up games on other days as well. A bit more open scheduling with them since they have more teams. Last week of Epic Division will of course be next Sunday, and then we'll be taking a break while the Challenger League finishes off. So definitely keep an eye out on UTProLeague.com, and of course all of the Raise Your Edge Gaming, the Twitch channel here, all of their social media stuff, to stay in the loop, and of course join that Discord. If you got opinions, you want to share them, that's the place to have it. That's where those conversations happen, y'all. When people are looking at map list changes and rule changes and mod adjustments and things like that, nobody looks through Twitch logs. There you go. So the UTPL command will give you access to all of that. Of course, Twitter, YouTube, the website, all of that good stuff. Raise Your Edge Gaming, of course, sponsoring both seasons so far of the UT Pro League. So definitely show them some love. And as always, as I mentioned before, one of the best ways to do that is with eyeballs, really. The more viewers we get, the more consistent viewership, the more people we get watching the VODs and clipping things and talking and chatting and all of that business, the easier it is to, talk to sponsors, get more money, things like that. Get more gaming tea. I'm almost out of this gaming tea, okay? My little insulated cup here, which we're also not sponsored by. So if there's anyone out there that wants to get a package deal with maybe some tea mugs and some tea, game up on Phoenix. All right, looking for that now. There it is. Tamerlane versus Tron. Looks like that's going to be third duel of this matchup. We'll get us over into the in-game view and ready to roll here. All right, both players in. Tamerlane versus Tron. We saw Tamerlane a little bit earlier in their match against SAS, playing extremely well, but just couldn't quite come out on top. Looked just a step or two away from taking his matches against SAS in duel. Tron, of course, we've seen in action prior. Should be a really interesting game. Look to see if Tamerlane learns from some of his mistakes. His last duel earlier today, maybe some weapon switching issues, was trying to finish people off with risk-reward sniper shots instead of pulling out things like the link gun. We'll see if he has learned from that or if he runs into the same mistakes. Here is your countdown, 3, 2, 1, and it's game time, baby. Connex 5 jumping into the last duel of this matchup. Tamerlane versus Tron on Deep. I don't know that I've seen Deep played as a first map in a duel yet this season. It's more often than not seems like it comes up as a tiebreaker map. I'm not sure if that means there's nobody that feels super strongly that they're favored on it. Not sure which one of these players chose it though as their map pick, but would be very curious to find out and see how things play out here. Ooh, you see the shots back and forth. Tamerlane gets the 100 armor and jumps in and gets the kill. Tron looks like he spawned. Ooh, he's down at the bottom. This could be a tough spot for him. He's juking around, trying to get a weapon and get away. He actually does a pretty good job there of backing away. This can be a very nimble map if you know all of the movement options. Lots of wall runs, wall dodges, lots of interesting ways to bounce around it. See him just waiting on that belt. It's gonna spawn uncontested. Tron's gonna be happy to just scoop up that 100 armor vest, try to get back into some sense of health, and there's a big combo around the corner by Tamer. Tamer taking shots to Tron's back and looking very aggressive here. He has so much extra health. He knew he was going to jump to those mid bubbles there. Such a key control point. It's the biggest place to refill your health in the map, so as soon as someone takes damage, people are going to usually guess that that's where you're going to go. So you have to be careful about being predictable. A lot of people off the spawn will chase people down there to try to get the retaliation kill. Ooh, close range flak by Tamerlane, not working out. Oh, and Tron pings him down to 6 HP. Tamerlane up close with flak, couldn't make it connect. Now Tron has every weapon except rocket launcher, and he is just trying to soak up as much health as possible. Neither player has any armor. Belt is about to spawn. Vest will spawn at the same time. Gonna try to catch him with a combo. He guesses wrong. Couple of nice shots, so Tron right now is on fire with the shot primary. Take a quick look at that, 57% accuracy. Ooh, but Tamerlane nearly knocks him off the map with that rocket. Instead, pops him out of the air with the air juggle. And Tamerlane back on top, 2-1. Saw Tron right now living off of that shock rifle aim. But Tamer able to escape. Ooh, catches him with a little bit of damage through the floor. There's so many little grates and windows you can shoot through on this map. Little extra map knowledge goes a long way on this map in particular. I think that's one of the reasons we haven't seen it be favored by any one player, is because you really have to practice a lot to become familiar with all of the angles. Ooh, shots out again. Tamerlane able to just ping him down. So we saw Tron was on fire. 50% sniper, only 2 shots taken, 22%, so nothing crazy accuracy-wise for Tamerlane, just putting himself in good position with smart play. We see Tron, eating a combo there. Nice adjustment by Tamerlane, not willing to expose himself for a shot, and the follow-up spawn kill with the rockets. Able to turn 1 kill into 2 is so key. We've seen that from some of the better duelers. He misses that jump to the 100 armor vest, but it looks like Tron happy to just scoop up the 50 and maybe get himself some weapons. So it doesn't really cost Tamerlane. The rockets up top. Another well-placed rocket. Tamerlane's been bouncing them all around this map. Ooh, and that almost came to bite him. That was another one of those weapon selection issues that Tamerlane we saw earlier in the day. Doesn't pay for it, but pulling out close, or perhaps a distance weapon in a close range fight, or vice versa. That time comes away with it, but Tron knows he's weak. Tron, though, down to 10 HP himself. And giving up the shield belt and getting nothing out of it, that's not going to get you anywhere. So Tron, and an unfortunate spawn yet again. Tamerlane's been able to turn 1 kill into multiple so many times already with those spawn kills. More to the point, though, coming away from those fights, he's also been sitting right on top of armors as quickly as possible. Tron just couldn't put together any kind of answer for him. Look, Tron's damage 1500 to 1100. Not super one-sided when it comes to damage, but Tamerlane 4 belts to 0, 6 vests to nothing, and just completely in control of that map. So I'm not sure whose map pick this was. I'm gonna guess Tamerlane's. He looked extremely comfortable on it. Knew all the angles, was chasing down spawns. So that would mean that in the next map would be Tron's map pick. Looks like it will be a race. A map everyone's going to be familiar with. Looks like this was Tron's map pick, but Tamerlane going to be awfully formidable on this map as well, especially if he's shooting as well as he was last map. All right, here are the players are ready. Here's the countdown, 3, 2, 1, and it's game time, baby. Connex 5 joining in here. Last map we saw Tamerlane just running things, completely in control of the map on deep. Now they're on a race. You can see the anticipation, just waiting for Tamerlane to jump forward. Tron gets that early snipe and that early damage, trying to follow it up. One more shot could get him a 1-0 lead early on in this one, but more importantly, he has the high ground. And look at him soaking up all those vials. There's a bunch more vials down there near belt that he might go for, trying to line up those anticipatory shots. Instead, gonna grab that 100 armor vest. Another follow-up shot on Tamerlane. So right now, 3 in a row. Tron on fire right now with his prediction aim. Tamer down to 20 HP. Tron has a Lincoln if he can ambush him. You hear him crouch walking so it doesn't make any noise. There's the ambush, gets a couple of shots of Link Primary. That's going to do a ton of damage. 5 HP for Tamerlane, and he manages to get away. If Tamerlane can get stacked back up off of that, keep that engagement in mind. Anything would have taken him out there, and Tron couldn't get the chase down. Has him in his face right now with Link. Oh, big damage there, down to 35 HP. And another opportunity for Tron to go on the board, but can't quite track him down yet. Oh, had the shot lined up there, got a little bit unlucky. I think he got surprised by it. I think he was almost looking just as a check down, but there was Tamerlane right in his face, and Tron unable to finish him off. Trading blows now, and Tamerlane again escapes, this time with 70 HP. There's the fall away. Tron continues to shoot extremely well, but Tamerlane just getting away, and there's the combo. Finally gets the cutoff, looking for the spawn. Not finding it, but finally a 1-0 lead for Tron, who's been in control for about 2 minutes and just couldn't quite get that kill. Here's another chance up close with that shield belt. Got to be careful, that flax flying down at him. He does get away with that belt. And trying to just push Tamer away from that 100 armor now. So the shield belt and the vest are offset. So you can see whoever's in control of the belt can take that right over to that vest, and that can be key for the next few minutes. Ooh, rockets coming out. There's the Link follow-up. Oh, and Tamer gets melted down, does tons of damage to Tron, but gets away. We'll see what Tron can do here to stack back up before Tamerlane gets a chance to take shots. He was vulnerable there to one sniper shot. Now what that does do is it gives Tamerlane an ability to grab that 100 armor, and Tron makes him pay. So both players, woo, super weak. That rocket just went clipping underneath Tron's nose. Ooh, and the combo lined up. Tamerlane probably would have avoided it anyway, so nice movement again by Tamer, being very, very elusive here. Oh, there is the shock, and Tamer comes back up the lift. Dangerous move. I don't know if he even meant to do that, but fires a rocket and Tron eats it. Tamerlane now down to 19 health. Now, the downside for that for Tamer is Tron's going to know exactly where he's going. He knows he has to go for health. Trying to catch him that direction again. This time, both directions. Eats a rocket, but goes down and finishes him off with Link. And that extra armor really helping Tron there. Tron with the push back shock primaries, really keeping Tamerlane at bay. Tamer probably feeling a little bit fortunate to only be down 3 at this point. Tron's shots have been on point. Finally, Tamer gets a big shot on him. Been trying to anticipate him all game, and Tron's just been one step out in front. Ooh, but we're only just now approaching the halfway point, so there's still a lot of time left. When you see the cat and mouse game there going on, Tamerlane trying to find an angle on Tron, but Tron with that belt, it'd be all over him, and oh, and 0 damage from those rockets. He guessed just a little too far. Tron now in his grill with Link. That's gonna eat him up, and now Tron looking for the spawn kill. Not getting it, but more importantly, a 4-0 lead and in control of the 100 armor as well, with a chance to take that straight over to belt. And so that is so key. Whenever you get those 2 power-ups off sync like that, it's so hard because especially with the belt pairs, with the 100 armor coming up first, it's not like oh, and Tamerlane killing himself with a rocket into the wall. Not sure what happened there. Wondering if there was a lag spike. I don't know. It seemed, I mean, we didn't see it certainly, but it's not to say he wasn't getting some packet loss or something weird on his end. In any case, that's going to take him to -1, and that is a morale killer right there. You'd almost rather be 5-0 than 4-1. Still plenty of time to go though. 5 kills in 4 minutes is definitely doable on a map like Erase. Tron right now is just dropping damage all over the map. Oh, a nice rocket there. Tamerlane though stands in there and gets the kill, so nice job there by Tamer. Now he's gonna have an opportunity to run control of this map. He just flipped it right back around, grabs the 100 armor, then grabs that belt, and now Tron's gonna have nothing at his disposal. 50 armor isn't even up. So the Link gun to soften him up, and 1 sniper shot can finish him off if Tamer can make it connect. Doesn't want to be too aggressive and eat into, oh, there it is. Unfortunately for him, Tron picked up some of his health and armor stack a little bit before that, or he would have taken him out. And there's the chase down, trying to get the wall dodges in his face. Tron guessed wrong, Tamerlane guessed right, got the kill. Now down to a 3-frag game, and Tamerlane on a bit of a roll here, going for that sniper shot, dropping down, just barely missed. Guessing he would go for belt, guessed wrong. There's another one. Oh, he had him lined up, but he dives into the shock ball, so only 45 damage instead of perhaps killing him with a combo. Tamerlane just throwing out damage like Tron was earlier. Those prediction combos, players trying to just avoid each other right now. There's a big combo, but it allows Tron to get that belt, more follow-up damage, and Tron's armor is gone. But Tamerlane's is as well, so basically even stacks now. 2 quick primaries dropping down. Those were very difficult shots by Tamer. Can't get the follow-up kill, but he does have an opportunity here if he can chase him down. He's only got 58 or 51 HP. And look at that, Tron staying completely out of line of sight. Tron soaking up that 25 armor. Every little bit helps. Tamerlane with 2 big combos. Close range flak, dangerous spot here for Tamer. He still has control of that. He should have timing of that 100 armor. He should know that it comes up before belt, so he's going to back up to it. But now that he took that time to grab it, he might not be able to get back to belt in time. It's going to be a foot race. Oh, Tron takes away that lift. Smart move. Close range flak to Rockets. Rockets kill himself. So I guess Tron won. I suppose he ate a rocket. Tamer killed himself. Tron gets away with flak. Kind of an odd situation there, but in the end, Tamerlane kills himself again. Back down to 0, and that's another morale killer, but Tamerlane is actually shooting pretty well right now, so if he can make something happen right now, he has a chance to try to come back in this one. Oh, he had a shot lined up with that sniper rifle. Couldn't quite line up the comfortable angle he wanted, and Tron now just on the run, trying to escape and take time off the clock. Tamerlane misses another one. That was probably the easiest shot he's had there. No, that was the easiest shot he's had. He hit that one. Unfortunately for him, clock is going to be running out of time very quickly. And Tron is just making himself scarce. shots back and forth. Tamerlane with the rocket kill. You desperately need some spawn kills here. You can get some really lucky spawn kills on this map if they're right in front of you, if you just guess properly. Has an opportunity here, gets one rocket, a little bit of damage. Actually, I think he might have just whiffed on that one, and Tron again making himself scarce. It's a nice combo right there to follow it up. There's 2 down, 2 to go with 30 seconds to go. He has to guess right though. He finds him. He's behind Shock. He doesn't know where he is just yet. So I'm guessing there. He finds him now around the corner with 20 seconds to go. One more shot would take him out. He goes for the shield belt grab. Tron trying to end it. Goes down by 1 with 13 seconds to go. Tamerlane guessing Shock. There's no way he's going to spawn Shock. Spawns opposite side. First sniper shot in him. He needs 2 more. Big combo lined up, and the rocket turns him away, and that might be the shot that does it. He has one more opportunity. Dives in his face, and Tron with the rocket behind him keeps himself alive and halts that comeback. Time just running out on Tamerlane. And look at that damage differential, but look at the armor difference. Tron just ran the map. Yeah, Tamerlane with 2 self kills there. Not sure. He said it was the he said he lagged a little bit. You never know. It could be packet loss on his end, could be a routing issue. In any case, 5-3. It was actually I think Tamerlane actually got 5 kills there, but then killed himself twice. Yeah, that turn away rocket that to defend himself there at the end was super clutch. So here we go, tiebreaker map again, and back-to-back duels between these 2 teams. So BRD and Absolute just do not want to let us go. They want to keep this one going. Extended match time here. But this is the final map between these 2. Duel number 2, tiebreaker map coming up right now. And here is your countdown, 3, 2, 1. And it's game time, baby. Connex 5 bringing you this last map of the matchup, BRD versus Absolute. This is your tiebreaker between Tron and Tamerlane for the last points between these 2 teams. Remember, we will have another matchup coming up after this one to close the day out. But right now, we're going to watch Tron up early 1-0. These 2 players have battled it out, exchanged map wins. Ooh, and Tamerlane taking big damage early on. We're going to go look from Tron's perspective to see if he can track him down. Tamerlane was extremely elusive. Tron ran the map last time on a race for most of the time and just had a tough time converting a lot of kills off it. Tamerlane finally flipped that control in the last few minutes and just came up barely short. He was down by 1, chasing him down off the spawn. Clutch rocket by Tron, able to defend himself, turn him away, and secure the victory. We'll see if Tron takes control again early, and if he can turn that into more points, or if it stays close with Tamerlane able to avoid him. Big rockets coming out, flak ball to answer, but Tamerlane does get that shield belt. Clean grab of the 100 armor by Tron, however. These 2 pretty much even between the health and armor. A little bit more damage from Tamer with those rockets. Had a combo lined up there, but this is one of those maps where 1 rocket shot, 1 flak shot could be absolutely game-changing. Oh, bouncing each other around that flak ball. You saw the smiley face whiz by Tamerlane's grill. Almost kissed it. Would have killed him. Again, 1 shot can be so big in a map like this where you're mostly fighting in short to medium range. Big combo there. Tron down to 50 HP. Takes another follow-up shot, but eats that shock shot after grabbing the 100 armor, so keeps him alive. Tamer kind of trying to hunt him down, but Tron now back up to 100 over 95. He can be aggressive here, vying for that shield belt, and it looks like Tamerlane's going to run away. So Tamerlane, though, with 10 seconds, remember like last time, we saw the belt and that vest offset. That's what we're seeing now again. So Tron can run that belt and then head over to the 100 vest right afterwards. He may actually opt to go for the kill here. No, he's going to back up to it. Combo from up top. Tron drops down just in front of it and stays alive. Tamerlane with a little bit of an armor advantage, but a little more health on Tron's side, so pretty much even between these two. Oh, it looked like a shot from behind a rocket, doing some splash damage to Tron. Flak answering back, Tamer down to 6 HP. He does have a link up, but can't hit the shot. 11 and 16 damage respectively. They're both going to back up and grab health. Still one shot could kill either one of these players. Who's going to peek first? Ooh, Tron saw his life flash before his eyes. That shock ball was right in front of him. Tamerlane decides not to combo it, maybe just trying to turn him away and get in position. Shield belt spawns now. Tamerlane throws a rocket at it, but doesn't dive in on it. Probably a smart move. Tron had Flak out and was in position. But now with 10 seconds till this 100 armor spawns, Tron can rotate around the map and really bully him off of it if he wants. He's waiting for that shock ammo though. He's out of shock ammo. Such a key weapon on this map. Trying to knock people off of those ledges. He's going to actually concede that 100 in order to get that shock rifle. And gets a couple quick shots off. Another one, and 3 in a row. Tron pinning Tamer to the wall. And Tron's shock was on fire last game. And again with the follow-up, up 3-0 early, but look at that, already shooting 53% with that shock rifle. Tron continues to just be on a tear. First map was all Tamerlane, but Tron has looked extremely consistent these last two. Ooh, you see the arcing flak ball just flying up above his head. Tamerlane trying to do anything he can to break that control. This looks remarkably similar to a race on the last map, where Tron took control early, churned out a couple kills. Tamerlane just sort of tried to chip him down a little bit, try to break into that lead. And it wasn't until the last few minutes that Tamerlane could get the kills he needed. Now this map, Tron is doing a little bit better job of finishing off his fights and getting kills off the control. You can see the killing spree there. Already way ahead of schedule of where he was last map. But Tamerlane, of course, came 1 kill away from turning it back around last time, so anything can happen. Tamerlane, once he decides to be aggressive, can be so scary. Tron here trying to keep his distance, and more importantly, Tron trying to just keep his focus on soaking up resources on the map. We'll take this opportunity to take a quick look. Look at that, 600 armors, 3 shield belts to 2 and 1 respectively for Tamerlane. Tron just absolutely in control of this map. It's what we saw in a race, but again, we're just at the halfway point. If Tamerlane can break this control, he's proven that he can actually churn out kills potentially as fast, if not faster, than Tron once he can get control. That said, this offset, again, like we saw last map, the offset belt and vest spawns means that when Tron is in control, he can run one to the other and just really push Tamerlane away. Ooh, and the fall away shock shots there by Tron, defending himself beautifully. And another one on Tamer, so able to be a little more aggressive on this map. Tracking down Tamerlane very effectively, getting those kills. And now really taking control of this map, up 7-0 as we get deep into the second half here. Ooh, Flak coming out. Rockets answering back, just avoiding it. No damage in this fight so far as they just kind of whiz around each other. One quick shock primary, pushing him back to make him think twice. Now the vest is up in 5 seconds. Belt's not up for 50 seconds. Tron might have been out of position, but pulls out the flak and completely flips that. So there you go, the concession by Tamerlane. Tron looking extremely strong here after Tamerlane opened up on a high note on deep. And that will do it between Absolute and BRD. Really close matches back and forth between TDM and Duel all game long for those, or all, I guess, matchup long for those two. So we'll give you a quick look at the brackets. We've got the last matchup of the day, G versus Absolute. Absolute pulling a doubleheader after BRD's doubleheader. These are not quite up to date, but they have been updated with some of the rankings from the day. And I know G was having some roster questions today. I know we saw them warming up with 4 people. So they should have at least 4 people to play. I don't know how that's going to shake out. But stick around, that'll be coming up next. I'm going to take one quick water break before we settle in for our final match of the day.